Hello everybody, welcome back to Larry and Amy's Kitchen. Well, today for your enjoyment we are going to be making chicken fajitas. Part of it cooked on the stove, part of it baked in the oven. Now the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and preheat our oven to 350. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, get that started while we're talking. And there's not that many ingredients really for this recipe. So the first thing you need to do is have a little bit of, it calls for olive oil, but we don't use olive oil, so I'm going to use just a little bit of canola oil. It says 6 boneless, skinless chicken thighs cut into 1 to 2 inch pieces. And that's what I have right here in this one. Now I don't have 6, there's 4 right there, and they were pretty good size, so it may be the equivalent of 6 small ones. And that weighs probably 3 pounds right there, I'm guessing. We're going to need 4 bell peppers, which I have already done in the interest of saving time. I've cut those up, and we'll be adding those into the recipe shortly. We're going to be needing 1 small onion cut up, which I have also already done, and I'll show you that in just a minute. We're going to need some taco seasoning packet, and you can buy those anywhere at any grocery store. 1 cup of sour cream, 4 ounces of cream cheese softened, and 2 cups of cheddar cheese. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put just a little bit of olive oil or canola oil, whichever you prefer, in the pan. I don't measure, I just pour what I think will be enough. And we are going to pour our chicken bits. If you'll see, these are all cut up into small pieces. I unfroze those this morning. I've been letting them thaw. And then I cut them up into small chunks just a few minutes ago. I didn't think you'd want to sit there and watch me do that for 15 minutes or whatever, however long it took to do that. So in the interest of saving time, I went ahead and did it for you. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on. I got it on almost high right now in the beginning, but once it starts heating up, I'll turn it back down some. So next, we're going to take just a little bit more of this canola oil and put it into a second frying pan. Just a little bit, not much. I don't know, that's probably 2 or 3 teaspoons or tablespoons full. And what we're going to do is saute our bell peppers and onions, and I will show you those right now. Here's the onions. I cut that up as one small or almost medium-sized onion. I cut it up into small pieces, and then I actually had 3 bell peppers, 1 yellow, 1 red, 1 orange. We're going to sprinkle those in. And you know, if you want to add some garlic or salt, pepper, whatever to this, feel free to do so. Now, what I'm going to do is going to take just a few minutes for both of these to cook. And while it's doing that, and while the oven is preheating, we're going to go ahead and pause the video for a second, which is all it's going to seem to be to you. And when these are done, we'll come back and show you what we need to do with the rest. Alrighty, we've been cooking our chicken and sauteing our bell peppers and onions in 2 different pans. I did add a little salt, pepper, and a little garlic powder to each. Probably wasn't enough, but I wanted to give it a little more flavor, and then you can always add more at the table when you are preparing to serve this. So what we need to do next is get us a bowl. I've got one right here, and we're going to take the chicken that we just cooked, and you need to make sure that you know, and I do, that it's cooked well. Just make sure it's done. And I sampled a piece or 2, and everything looked good and nothing pink. So I think we're in good shape here. We're going to put all that in there. And then we're going to take our bell peppers and onion. Oh, that looks good, just like that. Looks so good. We're going to put those in there with the chicken.
Smells good.
Yeah. Something about bell peppers being cooked on the stove that just sends such a nice aroma throughout the house. Alright. I'm going to mix this up a little bit right now. Now, we're going to take these other ingredients that we've got, which is cream cheese. Open that a little bit better. Need 4 ounces of cream cheese, it says, so that's what I've done is I've cut the 8-ounce package in half. And if you prefer more, I guess you can always add the whole package. Add that to it. There we go. Sometimes you got to get your hands involved to get things done. Let me rinse my hands off. And then we're going to put, it says 1 cup of sour cream, but I got a feeling that 1 cup of sour cream is about the 16-ounce container. So I'm going to put this whole container of sour cream in there. Add that in. And even if it's a little bit more than what it calls for, it doesn't hurt a thing. And then last but not least, we're going to add some taco seasoning mix to the mixture. So we'll just open that. And sprinkle it around. Of course, you know, if you know of something else that you want to add to give it a little spice, you can either do it now or add it afterwards. Like if you want to use a hot sauce or something, jalapeno peppers, whatever floats your boat. This is the nice thing about these recipes is they're easy to make, and you can add whatever it is that you want to it. Now, we're going to mix this up real good. Let that cream cheese and melt in there. So it'll take me a minute to stir all this in. The heat from the chicken and the sauteed onions and bell peppers will melt all of this for us. You could just about eat this straight out of the bowl right now if you wanted to, but we're not done yet. Oh yeah, it's looking good now. Looking real good. Alright, I think we're in good shape there. Now I'm going to set this, make sure the eye is, that's because the oven is turned on. Remember I said we were turning the oven on to 350. So I'm going to set this aside just for a second. And I'm going to grab our casserole dish. And I'm going to put this in the casserole dish. Now that it's all been mixed up. Spread this all out. It's amazing how these recipes all basically fill up a 9 to 13 casserole dish. Alright, now next is going to be some grated cheddar cheese. And this is where you can go wild if you want to. We're going to sprinkle some cheddar cheese all over the top of this. This is kind of like putting icing on the cake. That's what makes it so good. big clump here. Let's see if I can break that up. You can use your judgment. It calls for 2 cups, but I just fill it up to. Well, I think I'm done. Not too bad right there. Put just a little more around the edges. Alright, I think we're going to stop there. What we're going to do is go ahead and put this in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Let that cheese melt and get all hot and bubbly. And then we'll pull it out and we'll let you take a look at what we got. So we'll see you in just a minute. Alright folks, it's been about 15 minutes. We're going to go ahead and turn off the oven first of all. And we're going to take our chicken fajita dish out. It's had time to definitely heat all of the cheese. Look at that. If you could only smell it. Now, we're going to just dip some into a plate, but you can use those flat tortilla pieces of bread if you wanted to. If you wanted to put it in a taco, you could. You could even take, and some people may not like this idea, those sweet breads that are shaped in a bowl, you know, where the center is hollowed out, or you can hollow it out and you could take some of this and dump it right in the middle. And I bet that would be delicious. So, what we're going to do, just to show you how she looks, we're going to get a big old spoonful here. You got it still bubbling. Oh yeah, look at that, nice and cheesy. Somebody is going to have a fine meal. Yeah, buddy. So if you like chicken and you like cheese, bell pepper and onion, you have got a dish that's easy to fix. And once again, most of these ingredients, if you do much cooking on your own, you will probably already have at home. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed watching us make this chicken fajita dish. You can add, like I said, whatever topping you want to it. But if you try it, let us know. We would love to hear from you. Let us know what you did differently, and we might try it ourselves. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends, and we can't wait to see you on the next video.